What's up, guys? Is this recording? Yes, it is. Alright. What's up, guys? I'm doing a video right now on habit patterns, I guess you could say. But also, like, expectations. And how, we have certain habit patterns which are stupid and not really based in, like, any of our, like, choices of the life we want to live. And, how that's related to certain expectations we have and how that can trigger certain habit patterns that you wouldn't go out of your way to choose. So, for example, this is what happened to me today. I kind of noticed something interesting. I called my buddy. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. You call them, you hear their voice message. You've already heard it plenty of times. You want to just press 1 so it goes straight to the beep. That doesn't work. And then on top of that, not pressing any button doesn't do anything. He finishes his voice message. Okay. Somehow I still didn't learn. And then after he does his part, some lady who's like part of, whatever, AT&T or whatever, is like, if you want to leave a message, please let me speak some more and, make you wait a little bit longer for some reason. Blah, blah, blah. Like, somehow you don't know how to leave a message. Thank you. It's like, what? What the fuck? Why is that lady on there? Everyone knows how to leave a message. But anyways, so that lady came on, and I was like, ugh. And I was like, part of me, I was like, the message was going to be like, what's up, bud? Blah, blah, blah. And that's like almost got taken away because, like, I had that feeling, and that lady on the message is extending for like 10 seconds or whatever. 4 seconds, I had to wait. I had to wait 4 more seconds, and I got so upset. And that's when I noticed. I was like, after I was like getting annoyed, and I noticed the message I felt like leaving him, like that energy and that feeling inside me, I just felt it like dwindling and getting frustrated. And then I was like, wait. I was like, what? Why am I getting mad? I have to wait 3 more seconds. 3 seconds? Like, in the grand scope of things, does that really fucking matter? Over like whatever message I was gonna leave him? No, it's like, dude, it takes like 10 seconds to call. And ring, it's like 3 more seconds. That's not even important at all. And it's just, the reason why is, I think, is the expectations I had. Like, I had expectations, boom, I can press 1, and that'll go straight to the voicemail, and I can continue my flow. No, I couldn't do that. Like, okay, I'll listen to the rest of his voice. Oh, now the lady's going on top of it. I'm fucking angry now, Which is, it's interesting. It's like, dude, on the grand scope of things, it doesn't fucking matter. It's just like, the expectations I had fucked with my fucking, whatever you want to call it. A habit pattern basically was created from a non-expectation, or my expectations not being met, and then it made me pissed off. Literally, 5 minutes later, I was in my neighborhood, parked my car in the alley. It's a little bit narrow of an alley for a car to be parked in, a car to get by, but they can still get by. I've got a station wagon, as you can tell inside here. What's up, Freddie? Ready? That's funny. I'm recording a video, I'll probably tell them about it. But yeah, anyways, I'm in the alley, and my car is parked up against the side, so an SUV comes driving by, and he's trying to squeeze through, and it's like, maybe I might have cost him like 2.5, maybe 3 seconds, longer before he got to his garage, because he had to kind of slow down and drive carefully, get in between my car. But it was funny. I couldn't make a wrong assumption, but it's very likely this could happen because I've been in that situation also, where he's like annoyed, where he's like, what the fuck, this guy, parking here. It's like, because he's not used to it. His expectations weren't met, the expectation that I should be parked, or like, this alley is usually clear, so there shouldn't ever be anything that's in my way, to where I have to slow down. So it's funny how that happens, and I was talking about that tonight with some friends, and my friend's girlfriend, she had said that she gets road rage, and he'll be sitting in the passenger seat watching her, which is interesting how these habit patterns create. He'll be watching her, and she'll have to stop. Someone walking across the street, it takes like, maybe 5-10 seconds, and she'll be like getting impatient, and like, and he's like, what? What's the big deal? This is 5 seconds, In the grand scope of things, it's like, it's easy in the moment to be like, oh, but what if I don't make this, this traffic light that I might be racing up to, like it might be coming up. It's like in the grand scope of things, it's just like 5 seconds. If you have to like get a drink of water that takes you 5 seconds before you leave the house, you're not going to be tripping on that. So it's interesting to look at like our expectations and how they can create certain habit patterns inside us where we generate a certain amount of anger, and then we have this like stupid, feeling from our thoughts of expectations, and the feeling, and then that generates certain behavior outside of us that we wouldn't go out of our way to choose. So yeah, maybe look at that. I notice it definitely happens with me with my parents, something will trigger, and then I'll be speaking to them like I was 15 years old again, and then they start talking to me like I'm 15 years old again, and then we get some bullshit argument over nothing because I'm like I activated a habit pattern inside myself. This is from fucking 10 years ago, and then my parents, their habit pattern from 15 years ago activated inside them. It's like what the fuck? It's so weird. It's like literally, it's like not even based in reality. Like today, if you guys want to hear another example, that's basically the end of my topic, and how you can apply it to your life. So yeah, look out for expectations and how certain habit patterns arise from our concepts. And once again, our expectations, our thoughts about how things should be. Something violates it, we create a negative aversion to it. Like no. It was supposed to be this way. I have to wait 3 more seconds. I'm mad. Like what? What is that shit? What is that? Where's that coming from? What the fuck is the point of that? How is that serving us? Okay, so question that. Become aware of it, and notice, is that the life you want to live? Yeah, if you want to continue listening to it, cool. With my dad today, I was mountain biking with him, and we were talking a little bit on like basically the culture in America. I love America, by the way. We're fucking awesome. We created the internet. Awesome shit. I also think that we're a little bit crazy also. We have way too many rules, regulations, whatever. These are my opinions. You don't have to agree with me, of course. Yeah, but I was saying that our culture is a little crazy on how much we work. Like, we work a fucking shit ton. It's like what? Like, I have one of my good buddies. Worked his ass through college as an engineer, studied really hard, didn't really party that much, but didn't surf a lot of times. And I remember in the time I was telling him, I was like, dude, why don't you live in the moment? Like, geez, why are you tripping on tests so much? Why do you study so hard? Just surf, like, or something, whatever. I might be wrong, he might be right, who knows? Whatever. So, alright, continuing. So, graduates college. Does the American dream, gets his job right out of college, goes to Pennsylvania, starts working as an engineer, got the 9 to 5, 1 week of vacation a year, paid vacation or whatever for 1 week, gets 4 or 5 days off for Christmas time, the 20th. Okay, so he's got the 23rd to day after New Year's, day off. Not that long. I think maybe Thanksgiving he's got 2 or 3 days off, and then like obviously Easter, it's a Sunday. But yeah, basically like no time off, and then a week vacation. I remember him telling me this. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that is crazy. I was like, I never want to live that type of life. 1 week off of vacation a year? I was like, damn. Like, no, I do not want to live that. It's like, it seemed terrible. I was like, am I like working so I can enjoy life more and like have more fun, or is life going to be my work? Am I working to enjoy life, or am I living to work? It's like, it's crazy to me. That's what it seemed like. He still has a lot of fun. He goes out on the weekends, and he saves up his vacation time for maybe he gets 2 weeks. He'll save it for 2 years and then go get 2 weeks off, travel to Europe. Yeah, he's got his own way. That's cool. Anyways, I was talking about it with my dad, and I was like, America's crazy with our the way our employers are, and our businesses, how they do 1 week off a year. It's in our culture. I'm like, that's nuts. And he's like, yeah, but it's our economy is really strong and whatnot. I was like, yeah. I think we're sacrificing, like a little bit of like enjoying and tasting life more over having a strong economy or stronger production, and more efficiency. It's like, yeah, I mean, most of Europe, they have 2 months off a year, I think it is. It varies on the country, but they have a lot more time off than us. And anytime I travel to Europe and I hear this, and they're like, yeah, it's like you Americans are crazy, and I'm like, yeah, I think we're a little bit crazy also. We're fucking awesome, of course, but we're also a little crazy. And I was like, yeah, I think you guys have it better. I think that's a more awesome way to live life. Of course, you can come up with a counter argument. Well, yeah, we created Facebook. We invented the internet. It's like, yeah, America's awesome. You don't need to work 9 to 5 to create the internet, though. They worked really hard for a certain amount of time, and then it's like, boom, they got their company, and boom, the internet's created. Whatever, Facebook, shit. You don't need to do the 9 to 5, in my opinion. So, anyways, decide whether you agree with that or not. Said with my dad, I was like, yeah, I don't think that's a good way to live, blah, blah, blah. And somehow, he thought I was talking about how Europe, I guess, has more welfare programs than the United States, according to my dad. And then he just wanted to argue it. He was like, yeah, welfare programs, they're blah, 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 their economy, is bad because of this, it's imploding, their euro has gone down, blah, blah, blah. And then I caught myself just arguing, I was like, ugh, and I got argument mode. And then, literally, it took me, 5 minutes to notice, we weren't even arguing about what my point was. And then I kept trying to tell him that. I was like, no, that's not what my point was. I was talking about, I wasn't saying unemployment's good. I was just saying that people work too much, blah, blah, blah. I don't think he still didn't get my point, which is interesting. I triggered a certain habit pattern in him, I believe. I used to argue a lot with him when I was younger, and yeah, I probably triggered that dad, son, he argues with me, rebellious habit pattern in him, where he just it's closed off, this is my shit, and then I kind of did that same thing. I was like, it took me a couple minutes to notice, whoa, wait, what am I even arguing about? I don't even think we're arguing about what my point was, It takes some time. I noticed it with my mom's. I've had friends who told me they noticed the same with their friends. My friends on their parents. So, yeah, a little interesting how that happens. Hope a little bit of awareness from this video and your own determination, patience, and persistence. Patiently and persistently, you can become more aware. Remain equanimous. It's a joke from my meditation retreat. If anyone's done Vipassana, they'll probably get that joke. But yeah, when you notice that habit pattern arise, yourself or the other person, do your best to become aware of it. That's the first step. Awareness is always the first step. And then instead of seeing it as good or bad, so that when I say remain equanimous, that means just kind of see it as it is, accept it. Equanimous literally means see it as something equal to anything else, good, perceived good or perceived bad. Because the reality is you don't know where it's going to lead you. So to label it good or bad is ultimately just a little short-sighted. But we don't need to get into that right now. So when you notice it, become aware. Don't label it good or bad, and just realize oh, this is a habit pattern going on right now. And just have a strong intention and be persistent and patient to return to awareness of oh, this is the habit pattern. Boom, just do your best to be yourself anyways, or live your values and not be stuck in habit patterns that have been living for 10 years, probably the one with my dad and I today that got ignited, or your road rage if you have one. If you had it for 3 years and you just notice little things, it's in the grand scope of things, boom, that first step that you just notice it, that's a fucking step. So be proud of that, be aware of it, and work to become more aware of it. I'm telling you, you can definitely change these things. I've definitely changed it, and I wouldn't be preaching this if I didn't believe it could help, because I know it can. And I almost gave up preaching this stuff because I was like, wait, can I really make a difference? And it's no, wait, I can make a difference. I'd finish off. Yeah, other people have made a difference in my life, and I've fucking almost conquered my tendency that I used to have to be late. I don't think I've ever been late to work again because I've become more aware of that habit. So, hope that can help you guys. Let's make this world more awesome. I hope your world becomes more awesome from I don't know, maybe a little inspiration from my videos, some other stuff. But yeah, it takes work. Fuck yeah, I hope you get some value and start making your life the way you want it to be. Because you got maybe one chance, very likely, that you only got one chance living your life situation with the body you have, family and friends, whatever. Boom, make the best of it. Ugh. The very fact that you're watching this video means you're pretty damn fortunate, because I'm sure that a lot of people, they don't have access to the internet and whatnot. So, boom, make the best of this, please. I hope you have an awesome day and everything. One last thing. This is really funny. I just got to my door and it was locked, and normally, actually, I didn't get annoyed this time. Normally, I would get fucking annoyed and be like, what the fuck? Why is mom locking the door in this nice gated community I live in? Fortunately, thank you to you guys, I happened to make this video, and I didn't have that habit pattern that I normally had, where I'd be like, angry, like fucking, like now, I don't know if you can tell. No, just kidding. No, I'm actually feeling good. Just walking into the back of my house. I'm gonna open the door. I feel this feeling that like I need to show you that I'm good. But honestly, I do feel good. Who knows if I'll add this in? But yeah, it's cool. Becoming more aware of those habit patterns is fucking awesome. So, I mean, just for your own state of being, it feels good. All right.